The pitch should get better as the match goes on, so a sensible decision to bowl first. I wouldn't want to be putting my pads on first up, that's for sure, and the opening bowlers will be feeling very positive.
Here we go. Oh, first ball of the match. Nothing better than getting a game started and hearing the sound of leather on willow. Ready for the first ball here in the commentary box. What should be an enthralling contest between these two teams.
Yes.
It was wide and suitably dealt with.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Waiting.
Fantastic catch.
Oh dear, it's been a poor innings under pressure, and now they've got the key batter out cheaply.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Yep.
Too good. Not sure anyone is going to cut that off.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Yeah.
Good throw from the deep, on target.
Hold on.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
A little late on that, no run scored.
Yeah.
They'll get at least one. There'll be 1 run here for them. End of the over. The Hurricanes are 1 for 11. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Wait.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Yes.
Perfectly timed.
One from the batter. Murphy will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length.
Straight.
Just threw the shot too early.
Wait there.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the 3rd dot.
Drives and misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Massive edge.
Just threw the shot too early.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Wait on. Yes.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Keeper.
Manipulating the field. asking questions of the opposition captain as they take a single.
Beaten on the drive.
Not a great shot in the end. Practices the shot again. Just need to keep their head down now.
Misses everything.
Tried to get the drive away, but timed it poorly and lucky to survive.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Unable to get the scoreboard moving.
Good bowling, kept it nice and tight, and made it hard to score runs.
Yes.
Well placed, should get a single.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Right on.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Yeah, mate.
Finds the edge. The keeper is up immediately. Has it caught some bat on the way through? Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Oh, that is a great catch.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on, as they bring a bit of energy to the crease.
Waiting.
Quick onto that in the infield. Really good over. Takes a wicket, keeps it tight. Somehow they've got to find the boundaries. 3 extra fielders are now allowed outside the circle. Hazelwood coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble.
McDermott shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it. Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Head over the ball, great shot, that's racing away. It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on.
That was a tremendous delivery, fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Timed that brilliantly.
It was in the gap, pretty much all the way along the ground to the boundary rope. Off to a good start now.
Yeah.
Brilliant shot that.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed.
Yes.
If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Yes.
There'll be runs here.
Brooke gets off the mark.
Play.
Huge edge. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yeah.
Great shot. At least one on offer. End of the over. 3 runs coming from it. The Hurricanes are 2 for 33. A new bowler is coming into the attack.
For the Sydney Sixers.
Hold on.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Play. Yes.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Yep.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yes.
Perfect technique and placement.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4. Driven away nicely.
The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl. From the river end. Hit that hard, nailed it.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
Saw that early. No one's catching that. Great shot.
There was minimal follow through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going. That's a much better directed short ball. Didn't quite manage to get the bat in position. It's through to the keeper. That's the 1 bouncer for the over.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
They haven't messed about. Brings up a rapid 50. Hasn't let any of the bowlers settle. Really good innings to bring up the half-century. Impressive batting. And they'll want to push on from here.
That's 4. No one at third man to stop it.
Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score.
Big edge.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yep.
picks the gap perfectly.
Back and across, punched well off the back foot through point to get some runs.
Couldn't get it through the field.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot and couldn't find a gap.
Yeah. Keeper.
Nicked it. Strong appeal. Caught. Gone.
So that's the third wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled.
Wait there.
A little late on that. No runs scored.
4 runs added in the over. The Hurricanes are 3 for 70. Hazelwood from the river end.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot. You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper. Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot. Great shorter ball. Well played though. Didn't flinch. Was able to leave the ball comfortably. And that's the end of the short stuff for this over. Good return there, back from the deep.
Yeah. Bowler.
The end of a tidy over. Batting doesn't seem to be easy out there at the moment. Good pressure building. Can't get that outside the ring field. Bowl disturbs the furniture.
Another one gone. The fourth wicket is in the bag. A bit of trouble if there was another to fall quickly. We've seen some very good bowling.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket.
Yep.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs. David gets off the mark.
Yes.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike. A good piece of bowling there. A little bit of pace off the delivery, and the batter is all at sea.
An inexpensive over ends, and a wicket coming from it. Manenti into the attack now, from the river end.
Yes. Wait.
Timing just a little early on that occasion.
Yep, yep.
They'll get at least one. There'll be one run here for them.
Wait. Yes. Wait.
Finds the fielder with that shot. That sees the completion of the over. A good one too, not many opportunities to score.
Yes.
Comfortable single if they take it.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Edged. Edged it. They certainly don't feel like they've got anything on that, but almost every fielder is asking the question. That's gone. Fine catch by the wicket-keeper.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Jewell will be looking to make a strong start to their innings.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
chance to run two.
Bowler!
A couple on offer here.
Yup, yup.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Bowler!
Over ends, so too does the power play. Change is coming in the field. The captain can now put two fielders outside the circle.
Yep. Yep.
Well placed, should get a single.
Yep. Yep, yep. Yes!
Drives and misses everything,
Just threw the shot too early.
giving them absolutely nothing here. Here at the moment. Another over gone and not much from it. Curran comes back into the attack. The runs have slowed and they're a good option to continue tying these batters down.
Too much width, really. They're only asking for that to be hammered into the stands, and that is exactly what's happened.
Gone, it's a good catch.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on.
Well, the bowler watches that one go straight back over their head for six. Brilliant shot.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
That's just a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Effortless. A gift, really. Floated it up there and dealt with.
Well, that's a waste of a delivery. Absolutely no trouble getting onto it and dispatching it for six.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Jumped all over the slower ball, only gave them more time to see it and make sure of it.
End of a really good over. Taking a wicket and really slowing down the scoring rate.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep.
Yep, yep. Yep.
There'll be runs here.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
End of the over. The Hurricanes are 6 for 126. Great shot. At least one on offer.
Decisive running might have got them two. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Right out of the middle.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
Misses everything.
Thompson shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Beaten on the drive.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it. Overstepping, just a little too eager on that delivery. A really good 50 partnership. These two are looking strong. And it's going to take something special to break it up. And another no ball. Seems to have forgotten where the crease is.
Don't see that very often. Back-to-back no balls. And it's at times like this, as a bowler, where you've got to go back to basics.
It looked a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire, though, has given it as a wide.
That's gone all the way, right out of the middle.
That is an amazing half-century. Just mammoth stroke making. Such an impressive stint at the crease so far.
Going with spin now.
Yep.
Finds the edge.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible. Loud appeal. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Lyon with a superb delivery. Got them coming forward, looking to drive, but can't manage to catch the edge.
Yep.
Middle that one. Great timing.
That's incredible. Just the power on that shot. That's the sort of thing you want to see in the crowd when you come to the cricket.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot. Huge edge. That's the over. The Hurricanes are 6 for 168. Hazelwood back on now. Sammy coming back into the attack.
The captain is going with the spinner.
Straight to the fielder.
A little late on that, no run scored.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Waiting.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep. Bowling.
Surprised they didn't go for a third. Would have been a very simple run.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Keeper.
Beautifully played through the leg side off the back foot.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Thick edge. End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. The Hurricanes are 6 for 175. Plenty of wickets in hand coming into the final over. May as well go for broke. Murphy with the ball in hand again.
Yes.
Murphy with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Yep.
Nicked it. Now then, was there a faint edge? And safely taken by the keeper.
That was a very good knock in the end. I'm sure a few more runs would have been better, but this has indeed been a good innings.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. Ellis, whose first task is getting themselves settled.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Yep.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
6 runs added in the over. The Hurricanes are 7 for 181. And that's the end of the innings. The Hurricanes have set a target of 182 runs. This is a respectable total. If the bowlers can get 5 and get some early wickets, this will be a difficult chase. huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
Well, where did that come from, you wonder? After some time spent in the dressing room, it's pretty obvious what their intentions are.
Good bit of timing there.
Perhaps that slipped out of the hand a little during the release. Philippe didn't mind and sent it high and handsome over the boundary rope for 6.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
In the end, a very simple shot. Lets the ball come onto the bat and cuts it away for 4.
Yeah, good bowling.
Well, that's perhaps a little harsh. I felt it wasn't that wide.
Really good shot there.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Good ball.
Oh, yes, the slow one beats the bat. Didn't pick it out the hand.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
That's gone a long, long way. Well and truly into the 20s now, and surely looking towards a big score.
End of the over, and what a beauty it was. Say what you want about the bowling, but you've still got to hit them. Majestic batting. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the river end. Super shot.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early, and it was dispatched with aplomb.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Great shot. Not sure anyone can get round to the vacant third man.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Right off the middle of the bat.
The bowler watches that one go straight back over their head for 6. Brilliant shot.
Super piece of timing.
Saw it from the moment it left the hand, latched onto it and given the full treatment. Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
22 runs added in that over. The Sixers are none for 49. Lamichane, the spinner, coming into the attack. Absolutely nailed it.
A really good 50 partnership. These two are looking strong, and it's going to take something pretty special to break it up.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
Haven't wasted a lot of deliveries, played some big shots, mixed in with good smart cricket, and they've reached 50.
Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
All the way, got it right out of the middle.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away. Bowled in. Beauty. Absolute beauty.
The first wicket gone. The opening partnership is broken. You can see the relief on the bowler's face. Another quick wicket and they'll be into the middle order.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled. Picks the gap perfectly.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here. Oh, didn't get the feet moving, played down the wrong line, threw the hands at it, got nothing on the ball.
End of the over, 22 off it. The Sixers are 1 for 71. Going with pace now. Good shot, it's found the gap.
Well, a lovely shot, really good timing, out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
Saw that early. No one's catching that. Great shot.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Can't get that outside the ring field. Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one.
Yeah.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
10 runs added in that over. The Sixers are 1 for 81. 3 more fielders can be moved outside the circle.
Yes.
There'll be 1 run here for them. Timed that brilliantly.
Just a little bit of room given. The power was immense. That has flown over the boundary.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter, right at the top of their game.
Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Super shot that.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
29 runs added in that over. The Sixers are 1 for 110. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the river end. They'll get at least 1. Caught, what a position to set there, a brilliant catch.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Sweetly hit down the ground. They'll be hard-pressed to stop it.
Sweated on the full and straight one. Brilliant shot back past the bowler. How easy was that? A pickup drive all the way for 6.
Finds the fielder with that shot. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Oh, nice one.
Another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much, though.
Got all of it, and for 6.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Nice shot.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Meredith, the pace bowler, coming into the attack. Drives and misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Nicely played.
That shot brings up the half-century. Beautiful batting display, very solid. I think this is just the start.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
That's just silly. The power on that shot is incredible. That's the sort of shot you want to see at a cricket match.
Right out of the middle.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot. Driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
That's the 50 partnership between these two, gaining some momentum nicely for the team.
Ellis from the river end. That's right off the meat of the bat.
Lovely shot, gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
Misses everything.
Silk shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
That was the slower ball, and it didn't fool anyone. Got the timing just right. Beautiful shot.
That's gone all the way, right out of the middle.
A good way to push up the run rate. They'll be 50 in no time with shots like that.
Well placed, should get a single. Good pickup, big chance.
So that's the 3rd wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. End of the over. 18 runs coming from it. The Sixers are 3 for 179.
Extremely comfortable win, just brilliant on so many levels. You can't compete with that level of skill shown. It was a masterclass.